What's up, guys? Back on TSG here. First and foremost, I just want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to Thunder, not only for uploading this video, but also just for everything he's doing for the community. He takes time out of his day to go through other people's videos, find stuff he likes, and then try to get those people some exposure, and he doesn't have to do that. So man, huge thank you, not only for helping me out, but for helping everybody else out here on YouTube.
30 seconds.
So this isn't your typical Call of Duty gameplay you're going to see here on TSG. This is actually Rainbow Six Siege. I know we've got some Siege fans here in the TSG community, and it's also some good exposure for those of you who haven't seen the game. But the real reason I've got this up is, man, it seems like everybody's hating on Call of Duty World War II. But instead of doing that, I want to offer some positive suggestions and some ways that they could improve the game. And I get these ways from Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft does a really great job as developers in a few aspects of this game, and so I just want to talk about a couple things they do really well that maybe Call of Duty could implement to help make Call of Duty World War II a better game. The first thing is their DLC policy. So for those of you who don't know, Rainbow Six Siege has a new DLC that comes out about every 2.5 months, and it is completely free. Everybody in the game gets 2 new operators that they can play as and a new map for free. And I know one map doesn't sound like very much, but in a game like Siege where there's a huge skill gap, it takes good players 1.5 to 2 months just to really master these maps. And so by the time you've gotten used to the new characters, you've mastered the new map, it's about time for the new DLC to come out, and so you have even more content to keep playing with for completely free. The next thing they do really well is how they handle their supply drops, or what they call alpha packs. So these alpha packs are completely cosmetic only. It can be new headgear for your operators, new uniforms, new skins for your weapons, even charms for your weapons. So it's all cosmetic items that don't affect the game at all, but are just little cool things to have added in. And how it works in Rainbow Six Siege is every time you get a win in a game, whether it be casual or ranked, you get a chance to get one of these alpha packs. Every time you play a game, you get 3% better chance to get an alpha pack. So really, you're getting these alpha packs or supply drops based simply off how many games you play and how many times you win. You can also spend money to buy them, but it's really easy to get these supply drops or alpha packs just from playing the game. Also, anything that you would get from these alpha packs, you can get just by spending the in-game currency that you get just for playing games. So there's nothing that's pay to win, nothing hidden in supply drops that you can only get by opening tons and tons of alpha packs. Everything you can get just by playing the game. The alpha packs are just an extra incentive to get wins. Skill-based matchmaking is one of the things that people really complain about in Call of Duty World War II, and I kind of like the way that Rainbow Six handles this. There is still skill-based matchmaking in the game, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the way that they make it not as bad is they differentiate your skill based on your casual games and on your ranked games. In your ranked games, you're going to be playing against people that have similar stats, a similar clearance level, and a similar rank that you do. However, in casual, they don't base who you get matched up off your stats or off your rank. What they base it on is your play style. So if you go into a game by yourself, you're messing around with different operators, you're goofing around, you're going to get matched up with people who are also doing the same thing. However, if you are constantly going into casual with a full squad, you're trying really hard, you're winning all your games, they're going to match you up with people who are also coming in with full squads and are trying harder and winning games. So if you're a player that likes to just goof around, you're going to get matched up with players that like to goof around. And so that's really how they keep casual a casual experience. And if you want to play against people who have a really similar skill level to you, you can go play ranked. This is great because it prevents casual from becoming MLG championships like you would see in Call of Duty World War II anytime you jump into a public matchmaking if you're a decent player. And so you can really jump into a game of casual Rainbow Six Siege, play around with a different operator, just goof around, and you'll probably get matched up with players that are doing the same thing. If Call of Duty were to implement something like this, anytime you'd get into rank, yeah, you'd be playing against players who are very similar to you, but then when you go into casual, it wouldn't be super try-hard all the time. Because if you're a player who's just going in there to have fun, run around, run and gun, you're going to play with other players that are very similar. They're not trying really hard, they're just there to have fun. However, if you're going to try really hard the whole time, you're going to be running around with the best guns, drop shotting, jump shotting, whatever, it's going to match you up with people that are doing the same thing. And this makes it so that in pubs, the players that are playing for fun are all playing for fun together, and the players that are playing to win are all playing together. And I think that that's much better than the system that Call of Duty has in place right now. The last thing that I think Call of Duty could really look at Rainbow Six Siege and pull away is the way that they handle their maps. One thing I hear complaints about all the time is the maps in Call of Duty World War II. And in Siege, there were similar complaints. And what they actually did was take 2 maps completely out of the game sent the maps back to their development team, and they're currently on reworking the maps to make them more balanced for offense and defense. Imagine how great Call of Duty World War II would be if they just took the maps, took a couple minutes to tweak them, change the flow a little bit, and make them better maps. If Call of Duty took the time to rework some aspects of maps like Gustav Cannon or Aachen, the USS Texas, and make them a little bit better, make them flow better, maybe not as head glitchy, take away some of the spawn traps that they use, the game could be a ton better and a lot more enjoyable for casual players. That's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully Call of Duty makes some changes that need to be made because it really does have the potential to be a great game. Thanks so much again to Thunder. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.